I haven't seen President Trump's tax returns. I'm going to start there. No matter how many times I've been asked today to offer my take on the returns, I can't give a more honest answer than, I haven't seen the returns. I have, however, read the very detailed article from the New York TimesNYT, which can be found here. I'm not inclined to summarize it for you, you can read it on your own, and I'm not going to do an op-ed on the piece. If you are a regular reader, you'll know that it's not my style to play guessing games. But as I continue to be asked about the piece this evening, what did occur to me is that there are a number of issues raised in the piece that can be confusing for ordinary taxpayers like you and me. So here are some answers to common questions raised by some of the headlines that are sure to come your way this week. I'll update my answers as the story progresses. I've been asked this a lot. Some taxpayers believe that their tax returns are private, which is only partially true. No Internal Revenue Service (IRS) employee has the right to simply browse through taxpayer records. It's against the law to inspect tax returns without being authorized to do so. Congress, saying that it views any unauthorized inspection of tax return information as a very serious offense, passed the Taxpayer Browsing Protection Act of 1997, Public Law No. 105-35, which made such an inspection a crime. And the Internal Revenue Code mandates, in Section 6103, that returns and return information shall be confidential, except when otherwise specifically authorized. Under Section 7213 of the Tax Code, unauthorized willful disclosure of any return or return information by a federal employee and certain other persons is a felony, and under Section 7431 of the Tax Code, civil damages may also be appropriate for willful or negligent violations, depending on the circumstances. In addition, if convicted of such a crime, a federal employee can be suspended or fired. But those rules apply to federal employees, not private citizens. A private citizen, like a spouse and/or an ex-spouse, may legally have access to a taxpayer's tax return. And, once your tax return information is disclosed to a third party, that information is no longer protected under federal tax laws. According to the Times, the paper obtained tax return data extending over more than 2 decades for Mr. Trump and the hundreds of companies that make up his business organization, including detailed information from his first 2 years in office. The Times declined to provide the records for review to a lawyer for the Trump Organization, in order to protect its sources. So, I don't know if they obtained the records legally, but simply having someone else's tax or financial information isn't a crime. That's what President Trump said in 2016, claiming, "You don't learn anything from a tax return." But that's not what I said.